Alright, let's get started. I do remember yesterday saying that I would figure out what to remove from the burgers. Right of commerce. They don't need more tax money. Yeah. The reason why I'm planning on going against, yeah, I'm definitely not going to be able to pronounce the name. Well, against my former rival, and not my current rival, is because I am... The allies are simply stronger in my current rival's case. Of course, I will take my time and wait. Because I want to make sure that I have it. Oh, great. 10% chance, right? No, 25% chance. Lose one staff. Good, nothing happened. No! You will rue the day you wronged me, lag. Oh well. I was planning for the circumstance anyway, since I've got staff points over the threshold. Next time I gain staff points from any source. Any source whatsoever, I'm going to gain stability. And the yearly tick, well, I would know this because I've dealt with the game long enough to notice some of its, well, idiosyncrasies. Yeah. And because of this, I also know when stat points are added. Around the 5th or 6th of January. I think it does that for every country, too, which may be part of the reason why lag spikes. I think population is also calculated then, although I'm not sure. There's also something major being calculated at around 5 or 6 July. I'm not sure what that is, so for all I know, it could be all the... Well, it could be recalculating well, urban gravity and whatnot. Maybe some other things. No. Additionally, there's still the interest to watch out for. Yeah, as you can see here, rebel factions grow by 5% rather than the 10% in the base game. Bingo! Yep, really unimportant province. Get 25% trade power, so earn me a little bit more than a ducat. Oh, it's based on trade value and production efficiency as well, so I would earn, I'd say, well, that's the amount I get from 2, so it would increase by about 0.5, 0.6. It depends on how exactly it is per month. Plus the approximately 0.3, I'd say, from trade efficiency. 27% trade efficiency. So yeah, about 0.3. So I'd earn about 0.35 per month. Other than the tax efficiency, which doesn't work. Here. That well. Yeah, benign neglect tends to be a good choice. Huh? Is the trade value lower? I was looking at the wrong province. Maybe it takes a bit of time for it to reach. No, it doesn't appear to. Huh? I'm actually making less money. Please don't. I don't like that choice. It's a terrible choice. Man, and everything is minus 10% or so. So I think it has to do with the fact that my education is so low now. Yeah, at least part of it. The other part of it is that I only recently did bureaucratic ideas finish. It'll only be for 10 years. Alright. It's actually not terrible considering that the benefit is some loyalty from them. So if I decide to demand support, I can get 11,000 manpower in one sitting. A lot of Diplo rep and aggressive expansion reduction. Or 12% increased rural population growth, which is, and -4 national unrest, and +2 stab points per year. For 10 years, which is actually a lot. 20 stab points in total. Fine, I'll accept them. Besides, I'll probably anger them by demoting the greater nobles again sometime soon. The amount of corruption is hideous. I really need to get rid of all of these. I want as many of these 13 favors as I can, but I can only do that once I've demoted most of them. Because then they would be too weak to reasonably fight those efforts by lowering my stability. Oh, I finally got the stat point back. Oh, stat back, not stat point, stat. Also waiting on researching the munitions armor. I want to embrace the institution first, but I won't wait on that until, well, I can research Lantine rigging. So by that point I've probably maximized the probability of these gaining the meritocracy institution in them. Although I think by this point there's not enough time simply for any of the provinces. This is the fastest one. It would take 6 years. Or 5. It depends. I only have 3 years though, so I have to pay the full cost. In fact, it would actually be better to do it earlier because otherwise... Right, autonomy levels. Because it's based upon dev modified by autonomy. The lower the autonomy, the more the dev is considered, and therefore the more it costs. So I probably should do it as early as... In fact, I think it just increased in cost as the month flipped over, so... Yeah, I probably should do that as fast as possible. Okay, yeah, it's definitely increasing. Probably should get it. I won't be able to get that next month unless something funny happens. 2 months from now, I'll go ahead and embrace it as soon as possible. It won't really do anything because I don't have advisors. I don't plan on buying them anytime soon. They're only really useful if you don't want to have anything to invest in at the moment, or if you need the extra boost in Monarch power in order to keep up in tech, for one reason or another. Technology actually isn't that important, except maybe Miltech. But still, a strong economy is more important. Because this economy, to build up even more, and then if need be hire mercenaries, or just get more manpower, because a higher population means more manpower. There we go. Embrace. Munitions armor. Cheap paper. I can establish monastic schools, which means it to be further toward fanaticism. Which I'm fine with, actually. Alright, I just need to wait for Latine rigging to become available so I can research it. I wonder if the trade range will actually be enough to reach the Beijing trade node on lantern rigging. Let me check. Okay, so increase it by 50, getting it to 200. That would be the new base range. It's 221 away. Although I am fully aware that oftentimes what it says there is not what it actually is. Base trade range should be 150 now. Just 120. Shugo. It's a modifier I haven't heard of yet. Huh, I wonder if I can't seem to find it. So it's unlikely that's a triggered modifier since It only, well, M&T only deals with that. I know that for sure with the looting. It might also be the manpower modifiers, which I don't think is the case. Okay, I can probably find trade range in here. It can be a bit strange, but yeah, trade range. Shugo. Unless it's one of my ideas. Rise of the Shugo Lords. The Shugo, commonly translated as governors or constable, are the precursors to the daimyo in the late 15th century. The post of Shugo is said to have been created in 1185 by Minamoto no Yoritomo. The Shugo lords gained a substantial amount of power in the 14th century. The Ashikaga, who are currently the shoguns, they are also the shoguns at the start of the 1444, well, so base game, but I'm digressing here. The Ashikaga installed many related families as Shugo, including the Hosokawa and Chiba, but many other powerful families like the Togashi and Sasaki also remained. In 1372, the Shugo lords were given the responsibility to collect taxes known as tansen from all landowners, which gracefully enhanced their own power. Though the Ashikaga attempted to rein in the power of the Shugo in the 1380s and 1390s, many Shugo lords remained semi-independent, especially those farther away from the capital. So that's the source of that modifier. I wonder if I can find... anything else? Which doesn't seem to be the case. I would have to root through the list. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else. I think I should actually just... wow. Japonic. That's the culture group though, you get bonuses based on your culture group. So that's why it's so expensive. I need to reduce that. It sums up the minimum autonomy level of all provinces. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's base amount, okay. It's Rise of the Shugo Lords, not the actual Shugo thing. That's military. Lead, reinforcement. Oh, you get increased reinforcement when at peace. Oh. Is that a base game thing, or is that a... I'm not sure if that's unique to M&T. Rise of the Sugar Lords. All those stab modifiers. Income, tech cost, tolerance. Yep, I don't see anything else that's affected by that. That does not mean that there isn't anything else affected by it. It just merely means that, as far as I'm aware, that's all it affects. It's probably to make it so that Japan doesn't have... the daimyos don't have so much influence that they can pretty much do whatever they want as far as trade is concerned. Yeah, it could be really interesting to actually play a game as MEIOU play. The problem is, you're actually disconnected from everyone else, so you can't even conquer. Your only real expansion is through colonizing. You'd have to colonize, and then you can colonize into here, and then you could theoretically attack them, the Kingdom of Lusong. Slowly make your way across the Indies. Although I will admit that the idea is just strange. On the other hand, if you can actually manage to reach them, which is difficult, due to the aforementioned, they are in different sea zones. MEIOU doesn't actually have a connected sea zone to any Japanese provinces. You would actually have to colonize in order to have a connection to fabricate a claim. Unless you have a completed an idea group that, I don't know, lets you fabricate claims anywhere you want or something or another. Or they decide to ally someone, or, you know, one of the expansion ideas in base game is you can fabricate a claim in a, well, overseas trade company. Tianwan turned this into a trade company province. Okay. I'm not even going to bother with that. I could use more administrators because I'm behind on admin tech. Yeah, another problematic privilege is all commoners banned from the Officer Corps, which has a multiplicative effect on the influence of the greater nobles, because one doesn't. Okay, I can offer favor. I hate giving money, but okay. I can revoke privilege. Say goodbye to all of your autonomy. Please don't hurt. And then I can demote the greater nobles. Which should give me more power. Hopefully it does that in my main city. One of my cities. Because that would be great. Help out a lot. Upset. Oh no. Thankfully it was only one. It's going to be a while before it hits probably level 2. If I choose to do so. Another issue is that the lesser nobles, I can't actually barely tax them at all. This is the 4th level of it. I have to do this one at a time, all the way down if I want to try to get rid of that. Spend 186 mil points. Tosa is demoted, and Sanuki. Could they have done that in MEIOU? Oh well, they are going to be much more manageable there. And once things are calculated, it will also be easier for me to deal with them. Also, beyond all the events that directly affected, and favors and support and whatnot, demotion, there is a final way for loyalty to change. An estate will like it if their income increases for one reason or another. I'm not sure if this is true for the tribes. The tribes are a bit of an enigma sometimes, because unlike the others, they tend to also have a decay function, which their loyalty decays over time if you don't do anything interesting with them. Otherwise, yeah, the 4 settled estates will get a loyalty boost if their income increases. I don't care why this is the case, whether it's, you directly giving them that province, the changes in... It matters not whether they gain control of a new province, either because you conquered something, or because of the fact that, say, you built enough urban buildings for the burghers to come into power, or the rural population has grown enough so that the nobles come into power, etc. Or, you settle the tribes too much, and so someone else comes into power. Now, whether that is burghers or nobles depends on the level of stuff in there. Yeah, so if their income increases, the loyalty will increase. If their income decreases, their loyalty will decrease. Now, I figure that's going to have enough of an impact for the lesser nobles to no longer read as disloyal. It doesn't really matter that much what they read as, because I think there's actual state disasters. For now, the only disaster currently visible is the interregnum chaos. Which is what happens if you have a Regency Council and the chaos hasn't happened yet. I've never managed to trigger this, and I still don't know if I want to. Situ now has a level 3 local fortification, so the 4th level is now 3, which means, yeah, it would take 6,000 troops to siege this down. Very few countries can actually handle that amount. Anyway, time to raise up army maintenance because I plan on. Bingo now has Roman structure level 2. MEIOU now has the same thing. Farima has fortifications level 1. I think that's it. Yep. It was all greater nobles, since they have higher autonomies and control over most of the provinces. There's a reason why their influence measures as over 60%. It used to be quadruple mine, but now that I've been centralizing so much, it's merely 2.5 times higher. This is still pretty ridiculous. And now that's recalculated, it's only a little less than double. So now they're under much more control. It's still not nearly enough for me to think I should, revoke a privilege now. I also want to have positive prestige again would also be really nice because I could burn that to give favors to less than nobles. Apparently they like this one. Might also be a bit more. Might actually be smarter to try to lure them into a fight here and then use, well, numbers, I guess, to win. That's why they only have one. They don't have the land force. They have enough dev to be considered average, but not so much that they can another land force limit. Me, I have enough to get, well, 2. Plus it increased. Wow, it increased again. Okay. So apparently I can handle. I think I should actually. I can't afford it against those. Not yet, anyway. Well. Do I plan on cowling upon the greater nobles for help? Not really. Wait, they don't have fortifications. This is not good. The dice roll is 2. Yeah, it would be best to build up to land force limit with 2 infantry and 2 cavalry. Hope that I don't run into issues involving damage, so that I don't get the insufficient support penalty. Well, this probably will happen. On the other hand, cavalry is so powerful that even the insufficient support penalty, it still deals more damage than, well, infantry. So highly, highly important. I finally have enough diplo points to research the Lantine rigging. Though it's probably not quite the amount. I mean, I'm not going to do that until next month. There's a simple reason. Why? There's no real need to. I won't get the innovativeness, any extra innovativeness. It'll just cost more. Huh? Alright. Guess I now only have one rival. Joy. What? Was it a flesh wound? Or something? Besides, troops take a very, very long time to train. Really? And yes, I can fully afford this. The cost of army maintenance is nothing compared to how much I pay for education on the court. Unlike those expenses, which are difficult to tone down without penalties, I can easily just turn off army maintenance if I don't plan on going to war for a while. Because sure, it takes a while for me to fully and properly regenerate from that. It's not actually that hard. I do wish, however, the turmoil will be gone soon. That's the main source of the unrest. Ah, dang it. I think I need to put more money into the education budget. I would like the month to take over though, it just feels right. Besides, I'm also fully aware that it's possible that I would have to spend a bit of money. I'd rather not spend money I don't have. Can no longer claim Bungo as part of rightful part of my land. Oh, that province. Yeah, claims last for 50 years. That was the start of the campaign. Yep. 1459. Still can't do anything. I mean, the church continues to contribute more than I do. Strange. Put more funding into it. I just find the headphones to be uncomfortable sometimes. So often I just readjust them slightly, but sometimes the position just isn't better. Which is somewhat sad. Doesn't help that the window's open, the sun is streaming through. There we go. That's better. Yeah, the unrest isn't helped by the fact that how disloyal the lesser nobles are right now. Which adds 11.6. For reference, at 0 loyalty, they would contribute 25 unrest times, well, the autonomy modifier. So they're only actually doing about 70% of their real unrest. Oh, I can't afford that. On the other hand, that amount of prestige would be nice. Total interest amounts to 20 ducats. Ugh. Please don't take my stab away. Oh, well, at least I'll make enough money to not have to deal with that. Not as good as the previous ruler for a general, but decent enough so that it works. Yeah, uncertain succession. I can build something. Yeah, it's the things for people that don't want to use the interactive province. It used to be for people that didn't have common sense, but after development increasing became a free feature, because of course that should be a thing. So now it's more of a legacy content thing. Thing is, to take this province, I would actually need help. And I really don't want to ask the greater nobles for help, and my allies won't help me here, because they actually like this daimyo. Or Shugo. Yeah, it's Shugo. Later on, it became the daimyos. Well, you learn something new every day. Anyway, this is the best direction to expand in for the moment. The other possibilities are not good ideas. Shoni isn't... well, they're actually pretty difficult to deal with. Since they have actually 2 decent cities. And this is, on its own, an already decent province. That's not great. Suwa, which is, well, alpine tundra. Well, thankfully they don't have anything more interesting than canals. Imagine fortifications, extra fortifications there. Ugh. My naval force limit has increased too, but That's something I'll deal with later. Yeah, there's also a bit of extra text concerning, because in base game, if you have Cradle of Civilization with, well, no, actually, no. In base game with Islam, the legalism versus mysticism thing, if you declare war on someone, it says if it's the same religion, it says it's a sin. If it's different religion, it's seen as righteous. Yeah, here it says if you do it, I am not going to declare war. That is, well, suicide. But yeah, declaring war on heretics and heathens is glorious in the eyes of the Church and will increase our piety by 10% as long as we remain at war. That's the replacement text for heretics and heathens, where originally it would increase legalism, whereas declaring on same faith would increase mysticism. But here it says declaring war on a fellow Ana is a sin, but a common one. Since warfare is really an important part of human history, and it's really been everywhere. Although nowadays we really should actually work to avoid it to some degree or another. Because of how devastating people can get. But this is just a game, so it was nowhere near the connotations. Anyway, I'm digressing a lot, so. Neo-Confucianism. So I can pick to continue with Zen or do Neo-Confucianism, which... Huh. So, less unrest, less prestige decay, greater tech costs, improved opinion from Josian and Chen. Or both, let me guess. No, they're Confucian. No one else is. I guess Tianwen is too far away. I honestly prefer this because it gives me extra prestige. And one unrest. One legitimacy. Again, max again. I would actually have to work to get that back up, though. The Shinto event will come at some point. Yar har har, pirate's life for me. Heavily restrict looting. Eventually all this land will be mine, so long as nothing goes wrong. Now, I would probably be perfectly fine looting, say, India. Pay tribute to the spirits, lose some ducats to get that. And one prestige. Or just ignore it. I'm not able to afford that, and I don't really want it, so. Right, Lantine rigging. Now, an odd thing about the base game is that, well, naval range, what it says on the map and everything, and what it says your max, well, trade range, sorry, not naval range, trade range, what it says on the map is the distance, and what your, max range is supposed to be, are sometimes two separate things. I've been able to reach trade nodes while being below So really, whenever you increase it, you should honestly check to see. In this case, well, it says it's 174 away. And my trader's range is actually 160. Yeah, you can see that. It even says that it's outside my trade range. 174. Check. Do I get a trade bonus from... Okay, then I probably shouldn't. Heck, I can even reach Xinjiang. Huh? Why? How can I reach that and not this node, even though, you know, it's physically closer to the node itself as well. 187 away, 221 away. Yeah, it acts strange. I think I want to see if transferring trade power. Is transferring trade power, despite them not being, upstream to your actual trade power, does that increase your trade power modifier? Because I'm already getting 10%. In base game, it would be 10%, and M&T, it's been reduced to 5% modifier. But every little bit helps, of course. I just need to wait for the siege to finish. Max out spy network should help. And hopefully they don't, actually take any of my provinces, because then they'll probably loot something valuable. Or at least avoid looting any actually valuable provinces, because the ones without fortifications were known by their owners to not be that valuable. Although there's the fact that the burghers don't actually have that much money. Although that is a combination of them only have one province, and me quietly restricting the rights before they get any stronger. I think this is the burgher-owned province. I don't think any buildings were destroyed though, so that's good. If they were, it was rural infrastructure. Which I don't care about, really. Great. I'm still not sure if I can win against... On the other hand... Well, let's see what the nobles are willing to help. Oh, wow! Wow, that is a lot of stuff. Oh, no. That is actually really bad. I really should have done this earlier. They will hate me for not bringing back half their troops. Oh, cannot progress while this province is besieged. So I gave up the benefit for notice. Okay. The fact I'm going to get a cavalry disadvantage. That's not good. Heir to the throne. This should be enough to win the battle, though. They don't have a general. I've got the... Half of my troops are cavalry rather than infantry, which are a lot stronger than the cavalry. Although insufficient support penalty is going to be a factor here. Well, this uncertain succession is now gone, which means I can regain my legitimacy and bring it back up to max. Though it's going to be slow. It will be slow. Why did I pick up a general? 4-2. Well, it's not even the EU4 start date, so... What? What happened? Oh, they've got better military tax. Oh no. Someone has better... Yep. That is really bad. I'm gonna merge my heavy cavalry. That is not good. Not good at all. Oi, I need help. I haven't asked for help yet from you, so you better come in. Oh yeah, the greater noble levies and cavalry. Those are specifically, they have the exact same pips as your unit does. They're basically a mirror image of it. Wait a second. This one has slightly better morale than me. Offensive morale. Huh, weird. They're supposed to act, which isn't necessarily the same way as they actually act. Okay, I really need to siege down the Warble. It will be too late to save that city. It's going to get looted. And there's nothing I can do about it. I need a win as fast as I can. Because I've underestimated them. This is really bad. There is, however, the possibility that they take down my fortifications, which would actually be a stroke of luck, because that would mean I could easily just re-seize the province, get all the support troops. I can afford to lose 50 diplo points. Yep, and that means that they're not training units. That's not good, that's not good, that's not good. However, there's one thing I can do. Retain siege progress via that. Oh, I was anticipating them to try to attack. Oh, okay. I was anticipating them to try to save their own siege. But apparently that's not the case. I do believe they're going down to siege my ally, though, so... Oh well. Death or glory. I really, really could use that prestige. You cannot request war support from an ethnic you have poor relations with. Sorry. Yeah, the Greater Nobles are gonna hate me after this. The only estate I have decent standing with is the burgers. I need 20 prestige for that to be a possibility. I don't have enough money or anything else. Yeah, all the money to reinforce is actually not helping. Thankfully, they're not being... It's a level 3-4. Of course they won't be able to siege that. They literally do not have the troop count. They only have 6,000 total troops. It's just that they have a military advantage, so I can't fully take advantage of quality. Additionally, insufficient support penalty. Does not help. Does not help. Does not help. Okay, that's the war goal. Thank you! I need to de-siege the provinces that I can. I've got better naval morale. That probably has to do with... Well, the fact is that I've been protecting trade a long while, which would certainly increase naval tradition. My allies here with the transport. Might be able to take down a ship. Not sure if I can do more though. I don't think I can. Yep, I definitely sunk a ship. Though I am afraid that they might be able to sink one of mine. Or maybe not. Because maybe I've been having mostly better dice rolls. And maybe, you know, good targeting skills. I'm not sure how, but I want. Definitely want to get repairs done, so... Here. Yeah, still not enough. I would need a lot more light ships to be able to do that sort of thing. I'll probably actually leave one of my cavalry unit there to de-siege, so that I don't get the insufficient support penalty when attacking them. Because it's this one, Araquan, that has the better military technology. I need to see who they're at. It's Yoshimi. I actually have to look. Right, there's these guys. Oh. Never mind, not doing that. It's a terrible idea. I need to bring my war score up. So that I have enough war score to actually make demands. It's currently at -8. It was thanks to that big battle and... well, the fact that quite a few of my provinces are sieged down. I need to take the time to get the monthly war score increase. That's bad. That is very bad. Thankfully that's high enough that it doesn't matter. 80% chance of church displeasure for 2 years. Or a religious scandal. In Awazi. Oh. Yep. I can handle the unrest though. Because I can't afford to take church on displeasure. Because that would lower legitimacy, prestige. Right, I need to de-siege my own provinces. Siege down their non-capital province. And then begin sieging down their capital. That should increase my advantages enough to give an edge. Heh, it's only a light ship. I can take that on. At least I should be able to. Guess I can wait there and hopefully come out. Still wouldn't be enough. Have to siege down a capital. It will probably be best to siege down. Let's have to siege down that game. Someone else sieging that? Nah, that's just someone else sitting there. For no particular reason. You'd be surprised how often that tends to happen. I'm actually not sure if it records in the province history. Okay, fine. Because the fastest route involves that. I don't want that. Because I don't want to needlessly start a battle, because my manpower is actually pretty precious. And, well, I don't need to. I really don't. Dang it, my allies are out of the war. That does give me an opportunity. Why is there only 2k now? Oh, that's because they moved off to... besiege their province. If I can win a fight, I might be able to... Heck, I just need to take advantage of one of the disparate stacks. That stack over there. If I can win a fight decisively enough, I'm just pausing a lot because I want to make sure. Well, first off, the game's lagging, so it doesn't really matter. I also want to see where... okay. Before I try to do anything. It is forest mountain terrain, which is not good, but it's better than absolutely nothing. Ouch, I lost a lot of population. Yeah, this was not the best war, but... Yes, that was definitely worth it for the war score. Yep, they all need at least 10 war score to make demands. Of May. As I do hate the fact that... come on! Why won't the education level just say stable at 4? That's a good amount to have, at least at the beginning of the game. Later on, when money becomes less important, that is, and techs become more expensive, which is more important, it may pay to have a higher education level. I guess. I've said before that I've never gone past 1550, so... not exactly sure what the AI is trying to do here, though. Outside of sieging down the provinces that it can reach. Beyond that, it's a mystery to everyone. Or, well, at least me. Wait, where did this 2K come from? No? Yeah, where did that come from? Didn't I stack wipe them? Maybe they just retreated too quickly. I don't know. That would be a bit strange, though. I was paying attention the whole time. Are they really a one-province miner? Yes, yes they are. So I guess another army was sitting around where I never noticed it. I don't know. You know what? Fine. I'd rather take this prestige because 50 stat points is only a 40% chance, which is not a good one. Sure, the prestige isn't great either, but it's better than absolute nothing. I wish they would quit resieging my provinces. On prestige! Super powerful. Amazingly good. I didn't even rate the event. I probably should have. Oh well. If you really wanted to rate it, you could just pause it. The video. If you absolutely wanted to, for one reason or another. It is starting to get late though, so... Or long-winded would probably be a better way to put it. Yeah, it's been an hour and 20 minutes. I'll finish up the war, and then... The thing is, my opponent's provinces are more valuable. No, yeah, war score-wise. Why? Simple. They have fewer of them. Hopefully that gives me enough war score to actually make demands against them. Yes, it is. I'll plant my troops on the capital to make it even more, well, convincing. Yeah, you probably should beg on your knees for these. It's a trick you can do in base game too, because occupied and besieged provinces is a rather powerful modifier. It lowers war enthusiasm by a decent amount. Although I can't take this because I haven't actually sieged down the fort. I'm in a bad situation here and I don't want to get any more issues, so I'll just grab the province and some money. They lose 5 lords since I lost half of their units. Hardly any loot, so I'll just take all of it. I can cut army maintenance again. Probably should not have my lead. Gain Great Temple. Oh, wow. This will give our nation a religious head. Production efficiency, manpower. I can get 10 unrest. The unrest actually isn't that important. Yeah, actually it isn't. This province is perfectly fine. So I'll probably get, yeah. Well, I don't think I would get more than 10 unrest from communication efficiency. War exhaustion will decrease. I'm only looking at right now the increase from martial law and non-core being removed, which is plus 42. I would still have about negative 40. No, not. Still have negative 20 if I don't take into account what the CE is. If I do, which is probably going to be around plus 10 unrest, I'd still have about 10 left over. 100 ducats is a lot. But a great temple is amazing. I wonder if I can find one in the world. Probably a big city. Or, you know, apparently Nanjing doesn't even have... Well. I just call it Nanjing because that's what I'm used to seeing it as. What about Shanghai Temple? Please excuse me for a moment while I look for a great temple complex. Mandir Temple. Brunei? No, why would Brunei have one? Nah, I wouldn't put it past Madra. Okay, apparently Madrapahit is dying. Mandir Temple. How about the Bengali capital? On the other hand, it's all wrong religion, so they're going to actually have issues with building temples everywhere. Where is their capital even, actually? Here it is. Gouda. Central Mosque. What? What? Yeah, I can't seem to find a major temple. Renault University. There isn't even a temple here. Maybe in Hensio? That's just a regular temple. Okay, I actually have no idea what the effects are. I do know they're better. Huh? Strange, I'm not finding the... I thought it was an Dumo, because that's... I guess not? don't have a... Do we even have a religious head? Huh. Well, I can deal with that later, next time. I've been recording for too long. Wars tend to do that, and I like to finish them, so... Until next time, tomorrow.